Hello, everyone. Welcome to twitch.tv/the Onyx Path. I am Travis Legge and will be your guide today. My pronouns are he and they. With me, I have a beautiful cast of wonderful people, and we will introduce everyone at the very end, but we're going to dive right into the action. As we were just discussing, Tim's got a birthday coming up, so happy birthday, Tim. You have advantage on your die rolls today.
Thank you.
Krista, did we miss your advantage on your die rolls and I was going to give them to you this week? Is that what happened? I think that's what happened.
I think
So
so.
happy
Yes, that
birthday.
sounds familiar.
Thank you.
All of this is fortunate
Yes.
because you're going to be facing a terrible enemy today. So,
Hooray!
when last we met, you all were disembarking from Stormheart, and
You said bark. Sorry.
rough.
God damn it, Kelly.
You were leaving. You were leaving that strange
I started
lighthouse
it.
with the very Willem Dafoe-esque Tengu in it, and
Do you like my lobster?
making your way back to Waterdog Port, where you had planned to meet with some of Brisby's contacts who had connections to the cult of Labator. In the interest of time, we'll say that your journey back to Waterdog Port was fairly uneventful, right? I mean, that's narratively acceptable. At the end of Search for Spock, they went straight to Vulcan in a Klingon warbird. Nobody talks about it. Same thing happens here, effectively. You all make your way back to Waterdog Port, relatively unhindered, and are able to arrange a meeting with Brisby's second cousin, 7 times removed, who happens to be a initiate into the cult of Labator. And he does agree, after meeting with you in a shady pub in the Cat Quarter, does agree to lead you down into the underneath to the lair of the dragon to the best of his ability. Before we embark on this journey, I'm going to just keep saying embark, bark. Before we bark on this journey,
Bark.
is there anything in terms of supplies, adjustments to your characters? You all should be level 8 right now. Anything that needs to be done before we get this ball rolling and get this party started?
I think I made all the proper tweaks. So our proficiency bonus should be +5 at this point, right?
I believe that is accurate.
Okay.
Excellent. It's
Yes,
all going
and-
according to plan.
I took proficiency in notice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's been real handy so far for me. So
I'm still +0, but I have proficiency in it now.
Well,
Oh, I gotta pick my level 4 spells because I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Do it live.
Let's do it live. Let's do it live with level 4 spells.
Well, just remember the two important traits that may, or two important aspects that may affect your spell selection. You're about to be spending some time underground and facing a terrible, terrible creature.
All right, so seduce creature it is. Let's see.
Do we need like lamps and stuff?
Having a
I
light
have
source,
I have a hooded lantern.
that would be handy. That would come in very handy in traveling in the underneath.
Ooh.
Oh, too bad the lantern broke. Such a freak accident, yeah.
Oh, too bad. So,
Yeah.
I wonder whatever could have happened.
Oh, right. I
Just-
forgot you have a light source. Should should he choose to grace you with his abilities. But yeah, bringing a hooded lantern also not a bad backup plan. You descend down into the sewers beneath Waterdog Port, and eventually come to a place where the bricks of the sewer have sort of crumbled away, leaving this irregular, roughly dog size and shaped hole in the wall. It's a bit of a squeeze for Oz to get through, but your shell gets kind of caught and breaks loose some sort of, some sediment that hadn't quite fallen off yet. but you are able to pass, and you begin your descent into the underneath. For all of you, basically, but Brisby, this is as alien an environment as you've ever been in. You've probably all been inside of a cave at some point. You've all probably been inside of a stone formation at some point. But this, when you get down into that first cavern, you see an expanse that goes out to the edge of your light. And you can off in the distance kind of see far walls that look either it's very small pieces of phosphorescent fungi or they're very far away. You can't quite tell. But you get the impression that this is this massive sort of opening. And your guide, we'll call him Al, lights a torch.
He will be my bodyguard.
And you can be his long lost pal. And he lights a torch and throws it over the edge and just says, "Watch the edges." And as you see the torch go down, it just keeps falling. And as it's falling, you see it's illuminating different caverns and different doorways and different patterns and different rocks, all the way down until the light disappears more so than like you see the torch land.
Good note, Al. Thanks for that. Don't fall.
Stay close. You walk along. The first day of travel is relatively uneventful. Do you all have rations?
Yes.
Excellent. That will
Yes.
give you an advantage on your Constitution saves to basically gain your full benefit of a rest as you're sleeping on hardened earth with very little comfort. So I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw at difficulty 10, please.
Yeah.
Right,
Start of a
dice
good
now.
day.
Natural
With
20.
advantage?
No need for advantage today.
Yes, with nice.
So
I woke up like, this is so great for my back. I never believed them when they said
I
sleeping
brought-
on the floor.
I mean, you could have brought a sleeping bag. That probably would have been more useful. 21.
Excellent. Dr. Bones is fine if a little stiff. How did Liam
I'm
fare?
going to have to do some yoga.
A 4 with
I
advantage?
did great. I did
I'll have some yogurt.
It required advantage, but also a nat 20.
Excellent. So
Well, you bring your own house with you. You've got like an easy chair inside that shell.
exactly.
Correct.
So Liam, as you're having a very hard time resting, you you may expend the rations from your rucksack if you would like to reroll.
Okay. You know what? I might do that. Even if it would be fun to start like a descent into madness this early, I am.
I mean, it's the last game. Let's do it.
And I think our luck bowl is in pretty good shape. And Liam, you got your own luck.
Yeah, I already
2 or 3.
rolled. I'm 16.
Excellent.
Not better.
That is much better. Yeah, you are. You're able to chow down your rations. You've eaten the rest of your rations, but so you can remove those from your rucksack. But you are able to rest functionally normally. You are intensely uncomfortable down here. You didn't realize how much not being able to see the sky was going to affect your mood. But being completely like there's no window to look out, there's the reality as you sort of are drifting off into sleep that night, the reality of how far you are from open air starts to sink in. A little bit of I don't know if claustrophobia is quite the right word, but it's definitely unsettling to you.
Sounds like seasonal affective disorder kind of. More.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
got
was
it.
thinking that this just sounds like me, and it's like I know sometimes you have like personal things into character, and I'm just like, "Yeah, this is just me." Rations, yeah.
You've been getting that a lot with your character in this one.
Yeah,
I guess the question is, do any of us notice that the cat is moody?
I mean, that is
Our
ultimately
fancy friend doesn't like sleeping in the dirt.
that is ultimately up to Liam if it's noticeable. But
I doubt he did much to try to conceal it. Maybe it crept up onto him slowly, and then he didn't really have any time to react or care, and so he's just sitting there on the floor.
I know my cats
suppressing sobs by like comfort eating.
I know my cats make noises when they're like annoyed and stuff, so I can see like Liam's like reaching into his bag. So on that note, Al gets everyone up, makes sure to go over the camp, and you see like as you're breaking camp, Al is like kicking the dirt around and like shuffling rocks and doing everything in his power to conceal that you were ever here. He says there's many things in the underneath and we don't want to attract any of their attention if we can avoid it.
Would it be worthwhile to roll like a notice or a survive skill check to just kind of make sure we're doing everything right as far as that goes?
Yeah, you can absolutely roll survive if you want to.
Okay. I do.
Can I help with that if I'm... Well, you already have advantage, so
right.
don't worry about it.
You
Super advantage.
What is what's
odds
the
will
modifier
help.
to survive? Probably is that Constitution?
Survive is wisdom.
It's wisdom. Okay, good. Well, then I got a 21.
You are pretty sure that you have blocked any mundane means of determining your passage. But you are well aware that rats and mice are not the only things that dwell down here that have psionic abilities. And that's a little harder to mask for, as in virtually impossible with the lack of a psi power to do so.
What's on a tinfoil hat?
Why not? Al's wearing one. So you continue your descent. Who would like the honor of rolling a d12 for me as you make your way into the tunnels of the underneath?
I'll do it. I have advantage.
Sure, I'll allow it. Go for it.
Okay.
If you want to use advantage on this roll, you may do so.
Well, is it just one advantage? I get it for the...
No, I mean, I'm saying if you want to roll this with advantage, you may do so. It's just a random table, so higher isn't necessarily better. But...
Right. Well, let's play it like this, if you'll allow it. I rolled a 4 and an 8.
Okay.
What's worse? I'll take not that one.
Do with that what you will.
Right.
No matter what it is, no matter how bad it is, excellent.
As you round a corner on your way to the lair of the dragon, you see a strange length of black rope that moves along the ceiling of the passage that you've entered. You see arcs of light that spark and flow down the rope. And it sort of dangles at one point ahead of you, probably about 60 feet, with lightnings dancing at the end of the rope.
Okay. That's all of us, right? Not just me?
Yeah, all of you see. Yeah, you all see this clearly in the passage.
Okay.
There's definitely a trap, right?
Hey, Al, what's the deal with that?
And it could be the leftover veins of a creature still carrying some semblance of life. It could be a trap. It could be a remnant of a masterwork from the old ones. We don't know. But don't touch it.
Good advice.
Dr. Bones, does it look like some kind of remnant of the...
I will look at it with my special ability, which is called Masterwork Knowledge.
Excellent. Yeah, you look it over and you realize this is this is one of the conduits that man would use when creating various creatures. It's like the veins of a very, very powerful monster.
You're right. It is actually. It, for lack of for easy terminology, it's the veins of a very powerful monster, built by the hands of man. Praise be unto him. So saith we, the good boys.
Al.
And girls, of course. It's implied.
Al sort of chuckles and says, "Yes, the old ones left plenty of gifts for us." And sort of steps around the wire and continues.
Right. Yes, they did.
It's easy. It's easy enough to avoid as you make your way through. But it does definitely create some, it's definitely a curiosity. And more importantly, it's definitely carrying lightning. As you
All of her fur kind of stands up a little bit.
just a little as you make your way past.
Such power.
As you continue along, you come to another tunnel. This tunnel opens into a large chamber. This chamber is filled with several strange creatures that are look almost like spongy stars. They have kind of like if you imagine like a starfish with various sort of eye stalks poking out of its ends, glowing in multiple colors. And you see
I'd rather not.
About 40 of them.
Are these something any of us have seen before?
Hey, Al, tell me these are the good guys.
I would like Al actually
I have
says,
no nature.
You can roll no nature if you want to.
Sure.
So it's like a creature, not like an.
They seem to be like creatures, yeah, and they seem to be flying around in sort of a odd pattern, and you can almost feel a sense of joy emanating from them.
24.
You have, in fact, heard legends of these, read about them once in a book. These are creatures known as foofs. When they are gathered in a group, that group is known as a kindness. And you are pretty sure that you're watching a courting occur. Looks like it's mating season for the foofs.
So that's why they're happy.
Oh. I don't. Try to give them some privacy. Unless they're exhibitionists. Do I know if they're exhibitionists by my background?
You do not know if they are exhibitionists by your background.
Like pandas don't like you to watch, but floofs they can't reproduce unless a moderately unwilling subject or a surprise subject.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's the spot.
Oh no! Oh my!
Whoa! Whoa!
Kelly, why are you like this?
Genetics.
You're welcome to just move through the chamber if you want to. You're welcome to try to engage them if you want, or you're welcome to observe. up to you.
During their mating
need
ritual, we
those-
should engage them.
I was gonna say it's a courting ritual.
Are we
It's
sponge
courting.
worthy? I say we just move through and just kind of
Unless
whistle
any
past
show
that particular orgiastic graveyards.
un- worst combination of words ever.
Accurate.
As you make your way through, like a couple of the stragglers sort of come over. Oh, were you going to say something, Krista? Sorry.
I was just about to ask if any of them like showed interest in us. Yeah.
A couple of them sort of like do a flyby of you. And as they do, you receive nothing but like, they are airborne. They are all floating. You get a feeling. It's kind of a mixed emotion as they pass you. Like there's a slight hint of disappointment, but there's also like a genuine wish for your well-being.
Aw.
Can I put a finger, just like a little hand out to one of them, see if they land on it?
Yeah, I mean, they do land on you. They're probably a little bit smaller than probably about 3/4 the size of a full-grown dog. But they don't know so much land on you as they just sort of place one of their star points on you. And you may gain 1d4 to any wisdom or intelligence saving throw that you make before your next long rest.
Oh,
so you can.
Thank you, my friend.
As you feel this positive energy wash over you.
I love them so much. I need to put these in every game. They're so good. They're like flumps. We need flumps and foofs and nothing else.
They are detailed in Squeaks in the Deep, which is now available over Drive Through RPG. Continue.
Strangely, strangely, they're natural enemies. I don't think so.
Tear each other apart.
Yeah.
Tear each other apart. Son of a bitch, you don't get my screen time.
I'm just picturing the horrific violence between these two generally peace-loving and beautiful creatures.
The war continues.
I'm for it, but not today. Today you continue to pass along through the Foof tunnel. You come to a second sort of chamber off the side about 4 or 5 hours later. And Al says, we are at the mouth of the dragon's lair. If you note, and he points down, and you can see there's little pieces of plastic sticking out of the dirt. A couple of broken remnants of what clearly, Liam, you immediately recognize, you as well, Dr. Bones, as masterworks that have been absorbed at some point.
That's probably not good.
And Al says, we can press forward now, or we can take our rest and be fully prepared for what lies ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody's down any magic slots or anything like that. Or if we don't rest, are we gonna have to rest in a couple hours or something like that, or we're all at disadvantage or something?
So right now you're not at a point where pressing forward is going to cause you to be considered unrested. The biggest concern that you might have is if you get into the dragon's lair and then you have to get out in a hurry and make it a long way in a hurry, then you might start running into some difficulties.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we think, I'm happy to roll a survive check to see if we feel like we can rest here. I mean, Al seems to think so. That's pretty good, but maybe Al's not always right about everything. Family can be very complicated.
Especially around this time of year.
Especially around this time of year.
That is true. If you want to make a survive check, you may do so.
I will do that very thing. Where's my character sheet? Come back to me. 19.
You're pretty sure that if the dragon's lair is as close as Al says, no matter how much sleep you get before you get in there, it's probably not going to do you a whole lot of good. You know, the threat inside that lair is far greater than anything that you're going to overcome by taking a nap first. It's in fact, you got a 21, you said?
No, I got a 19.
19. In fact, it almost, you're a little suspicious of the suggestion to rest here.
Oh, okay. I relay that to the group and say, I recommend we press on. Sorry, Al.
Okay, but that's all you relay to the group, though. You don't relay that you're suspicious of the suggestion. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Maybe kind of, we've been around each other, so maybe I'm like kind of
Yeah, can we roll like some kind of like insight or something?
Idea.
Sure. If everybody wants to roll sense motive.
I have that.
That is.
Is that wisdom based? I have a D4.
That is wisdom.
I got a 4.
Oh, I rolled a 2. But with advantage is a 15. Plus wisdom is plus 0. Yeah, I'll go 15.
Right. And what did Liam get on that?
So I've got so we're rolling a d20, right?
That is correct.
And so for me, that would be 21.
All right, so Liam,
Nice.
you have been privy to enough courtly intrigue in the monarchies to know full well when somebody is setting somebody up. And between Brisby's reaction and Al's general demeanor, your trust in Al has completely eroded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of work here.
at this point, I would probably. Yes, no, sorry. Liam will not consult before opening his big mouth, and will probably. So the intent here is to be a bit like to accuse. So it's like,
Chickies.
yeah, why? It is a bit odd, is it not, for the guide to suggest a cat nap right in front of the enemy's lair? Is it not?
Well, I want us to be safe, and quite frankly, I'm terrified of this beast.
It's very valid. I mean, I'm fairly terrified as well.
If you're terrified, would you really be able to sleep this close to them?
Oh, that's also a good point. Yes.
This is, what exactly are you implying?
I just found this behavior a bit suspicious. You know? Setting
Perhaps
up
should
prey, some easy prey.
You accuse me of trying to feed you to this dragon?
Oh, I don't know. It's a possibility. After all, I can't really quite understand how someone so frightened would suggest taking a nap right in front of the lair of the beast. You could always try to enlighten me, of course.
You see him, like, touch his forehead, and when he touches his forehead, his eyes go black. He says, I was simply trying to buy some time.
Shit, dude.
And the tunnel starts to rumble. As a piece of the ceiling between you and the door to the lair of the dragon falls out and slams down, causing a minor cave-in between you and the lair.
So, First of all, Al, this was not in the family newsletter that Aunt Murgatroyd put out. This is all very new. I'm a little disappointed in some choices you've made. I think, are you possessed or something?
It says the cult of Labator will have our prize, and our prize shall be the dragon. Roll initiative.
I can kill my cousin.
I'm
What
really
is with
sorry.
this
I'm really sorry,
too?
Frisbee, but I'm not going for family dinner.
2.
Oh.
Excellent.
Oh, nat 20. What? I swear.
Well, you are rolling. You're doubling your chances.
Extra lucky.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Only a 7 that time, but advantage with 20 and all that kind of thing.
11 with advantage.
I got a 7. So, I mean, this family drama is a bit distracting.
What did Dr. Bones get? I'm sorry, a 2.
2.
Excellent. And what did it wind up being? 20 what for Brisby?
I didn't even add any of the modifiers. It was just 20.
20. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
That works.
I can add modifiers.
No,
obviously.
I think that's fine.
I
So
don't-
the first slot goes to Brisby. What would you like to do?
I forgot where our initiative bonuses were.
It's your dex. It's your dex mod.
Oh, well then it would be 24, but no,
Um,
I'm sorry, 25. That's wisdom. Okay.
No, you are clearly aware. The blackening of the eyes is his tell.
Okay.
That's what
okay.
caused the psychic ability and he used telekinesis to pull that stone down and block off the dragon's lair.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time I've met this particular cousin, right? I haven't.
Your cousin hooked you up with this dude. So
he's not a cousin. Okay. Sorry, I got a little lost in the shuffle there.
Yeah,
All right.
like you have a cousin who is on friendly terms with the cult of Labator that hooked you up with this guy.
I'm pretty close to him, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're all within 15 feet of each other, probably.
Humstick.
Oh, excellent.
And then, I forgot what smite actually does.
Fun.
Smite?
Yeah. That's a skill that I acquired.
Yeah, it adds some nasty to your damage. I do believe it's 2d6, but let me double check.
I thought it was something like that, but it's not a use once per day thing, is it? Or
Nope,
is
it's when you hit.
Okay, good.
It's
I think I'm gonna need
once
it
a
later.
turn, I do believe. Just double checking through ye old monarchies. It's one of the base abilities that you get, right? And that's from. You remember where the knack comes from specifically?
No. I have it written down as a skill, not a knack. Does that mean I maybe don't have it?
No, it just means you wrote it down in the wrong place. That's all.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got Trapper down in knacks. I forgot about that. I was forgetting about that.
Use your-
So you need a keeper for that trapper.
You're
I
digging
do.
in the wrong place. Yes, Smite is in Monarchies and Mile, page 84. When
I
you
don't
make
have
a
that.
successful attack roll, you can choose to add 2d8 radiant damage in addition to your normal damage. You can do it once before sleeping.
Okay. I figured I'm not going to do that then because I feel like I'll need it. So I'm going to hit him with the hum stick, which I think is a D6 damage plus, I forgot the lightning. I don't know that you told us that when we.
Oh, they have to make a Constitution save or avoid being stunned.
Okay.
Go ahead and make
But
your
then
attack.
lightning does. Okay.
Go ahead and make your attack check.
I'll start there. Okay. 16.
That absolutely hits. So go ahead and roll your d6 of damage, and he has failed his save to avoid stunning.
Okay. So, I get to add my dex modifier to the damage, or no? I don't get to do that.
It's melee, so it would be strength.
Strength. Oh, okay.
It's not a
So 5 points of
finesse weapon.
normal damage.
Okay. And the lightning
And then-
effect just stuns him.
Stuns him. Okay.
Yeah, so he is stunned.
Lightly stunned.
Yeah. So who would you like to give the next initiative to?
If he's stunned, I almost want to give it to him.
You can do so if you want to, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Let me just double, triple check exactly what stunned does in this edition.
It ruins your day.
That's all.
I'm so stunned by this. I
My guess
can't
would
act.
be that is accurate.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yes,
God.
that is exactly what he
Oh.
said. That is-
And yet the bro was tased.
I don't really give a lot of, I guess, leeway to bros. They get what they got.
But what if it was just a prank, bro? It's just a prank.
Okay.
God.
So
Tase him twice.
Holding at the horn, man.
he cannot take actions, bonus actions, free actions, or reactions. In addition, he can't move, can speak only falteringly, automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against him have advantage. So if you want to give him the initiative, the danger in giving him the initiative right now is that he will get a save at the end of his turn to end the stunned effect. So you can
okay, then.
basically... But having said that, though, that will waste his turn for the... You know what I mean? Like, he won't be able to do anything else because it's at the end of his turn that he gets the save.
Well, let's go with the sure bet, and I'm going to give it to Liam.
So we're not
You're the sure bet,
dogpiling him.
Liam.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I recommend. It's just like,
So I'm thinking of maybe doing something similar to that effect of. No, I don't know. But if I try to give him a command now, he probably won't be able to follow it.
That doesn't mean he won't try until he's able to follow it. So that's another way you could continue trying to lock him up because it's one more effect he's got to try to overcome before he can act freely.
Yeah. I'm kinda wanting to use command for him to like not fight back. I also kind of want some more. Well, you know, we could always interrogate him later. Am I right? Doobie-doo. 1 or 2 word. Should I? I don't know. I'm not just like. It's like I'm not attached to the dude, but it doesn't really feel like it would be kind of our brand to just like straight up kill him.
Right. And you're not trying to set back cat and mouse relations for 100 years.
Exactly.
Aren't we?
Yeah. And so I'm just like, you know, that's why I was like, you know, commanding him to like stop resisting or just like to lay down sounds like the thing to do.
Perfect. And what kind of save does command call for?
See, I have the page of command. It is
wisdom?
target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Beautiful. Let's see how he does there. And what is your save DC?
Save DC. Where can I find that?
Should be in your spells section of your sheet. Otherwise, it's I do believe it is 10 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, but I could be wrong.
For your save, it's usually 8 plus your spell level plus.
That's 5e.
It is in 5e.
Isn't it? Oh, my spell save might be better here then.
Let's see. I'm just double checking. You get your spells through.
Saving throw.
Bear with me while I dig through this. And part of the problem is having 20 systems in my head at any given moment.
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah.
the worst. And then you get like, I get that a lot with like when I started running 5e because all the Pathfinder crunch just like wedges in there.
Yeah.
And then like people in the audience are like, that's not the way it is in 5e. And I'm like, shut up, dude. I've been running Pathfinder for 12 years.
Yeah.
like and World of Darkness and Chronicles of Darkness and you're powered by the apocalypse and Ninja Burger.
Do you have magic aptitude, Mancy, or given the voice?
I have given the voice.
I don't have that many gaming systems in my head, but it still even happens to me. I'm going through this with like a 5e kind of instinct.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's not quite like that. So
Tim, do you DM games?
I've only DM'd like one or two. And my debut was with the guys who do Chad Vader. And it was a live Twitch stream. And
Oh my god.
I was going to use one of Travis's games. I said, hey, man, we got a sponsor, so we can't use paid content. And it's like, oh, so can you come up with the? And I like, okay. So I like in about 24 hours came up with my first module.
Oh my god.
And it went well. We got real drunk.
Bingo.
It was fine.
It was a riot, and I recommend checking it out. We got okay. So yeah, it is 8 plus your ability modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so it is very similar to the
5e,
world's most popular role-playing game. Okay. Or whatever euphemism we're supposed to use these days.
Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't done that very faithfully because I didn't know that culture, and I like saw other people kind of tap dancing around it. I'm like, oh, okay, point taken.
It's mostly for published products, I've noticed, like on Kickstarter.
If you're printing, if it's in print, if you're, because technically it violates the open game license to mention the world's most popular role-playing game.
Wow.
In your,
But you can mention 5e because no one can. You can't really copyright 2 letters.
right.
That's the first 2 digits of my license plate number.
I have the same combination on my luggage. So it's so Bianca, to answer your
5e.
question
It's not alphanumeric.
and to answer your question in the longest fashion possible, your spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So what would that be for Liam?
You're going to have to probably slow down a little bit because I'm not really sure where all those numbers are and where I can find them.
Sure, your proficiency bonus would be
It'll be 5 right now.
5 because you're level 8.
Okay, fine.
Your spellcasting ability, because you have given the voice, is charisma.
Charisma. So that is my charisma plus modifier, or just
Yep, your charisma modifier. Yeah, not the ability score.
Okay. So 5 plus 3. And was there a third number?
8.
Okay. Math. 16? No.
Yeah, he does not make the save. So you see him like trying to sit down, but he's stunned, so he can't. Who would you like to give the next initiative to?
Well, we're dogpiling him. So, Dr. Bones, go.
All right. So he is free. He's frozen. He's stunned. He is screwed. Let's figure this out. Okay. It's just him here, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna poke him with my sword.
Okay. You have advantage because he's stunned.
I'm gonna just try to.
Just enough damage to take him down.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna
dogs
try
and mice
non-lethal.
don't have any problems. Stab.
I'm just gonna bludgeon him with the pommel. Just
Oh, okay. So you're
Oh,
going
there
for
you
okay.
okay. Is his armor class 12?
No, it is above 12. You hit him on the noggin, but it doesn't.
I got him.
There's actually a helmet under his tin hat.
Yeah, the tinfoil.
Oh, this thing's harder than I thought it was.
You hit him and you realize that this tinfoil has been folded like 17,000. He's got
It's
a
an
tin.
origami swan. Look out!
He's got a tin katana on his head. It's really what it boils down
And
to.
then if he
There's a tin trench coat underneath here.
What was that?
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
If it's a katana one, shouldn't it have been folded 1,000 times?
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
Like a croissant. Yeah.
There is a
Katanas
thing
and
called
croissants.
Yeah.
So
There-
you,
Perfect
There's a thing called the
combination.
aluminum ball challenge where you just
so you just sort of
that's
like
what he did.
there's like a ting when you hit him, but it's
So I guess I will pass to the captain.
excellent.
Hello.
What would you like to do?
I have a length of rope. Can I tie him up?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
I do the smart thing.
This is why I was last, because you guys need to do things as he's looking through his bag trying to find the thing, and then just kind of toddles over.
I see this furious kerfuffle of energy in the background, and Oz just very slowly like, oh, not that.
Exactly, and pulls out this like 50-foot length of rope and kind of like measures out a couple arm lengths and then like cuts off an edge and then just sort of slowly toddles over and is gonna grab the guy's arms and put them behind his back and tie them.
Excellent. I'll let you go ahead and make a you can rely on dexterity or strength at your leisure.
Okay. I'll use Dex. I don't have like sleight of hand or anything. I don't know if survive helps me tie knots. I don't know.
Well, no, but you know what? I'll let you use traverse because you're a ship's captain.
Oh, and I didn't take it.
Oh, okay.
That's like, oh well.
That's fair.
That's okay. I have advantage. Oh, that's a 3. That's not good. Okay, let's. You need a little encouragement. Let's try you. Oh, that's a 19. Plus Dex is +3, so 22.
Excellent. So he is bound as well as you can bind him with that amount of rope, pretty much. He's going to make his save
Very
to try
solid
to.
work, crew. Good job. Good prepping. Well done.
He dented my sword.
He tries to come out from being stunned and can't, so he just sort of falls to the side and just lays there, sort of shaking.
Oz puts a blanket over him.
And we haven't given him a turn yet, even though I wanted to. I backtracked on that. So his turn
Right.
has to be next.
Yeah,
So-
and
or did you just do that?
right, and he failed his save both turns.
Okay.
So he's effectively like passes out.
Amazing. Just standing there like open-eyed sleeping.
Why don't Liam and Dr. Bones both give me no Arcana checks, please?
Oh. Let's see.
There we go. Frickin' finally. That's a 22.
Oh no. Oh no, I have less. Oh, it's gonna eat my self-esteem.
What did you get on yours?
I got 18. God, it's worthless because it's less. No.
Well, you're in luck.
That's like getting 100% or 99% on a test, but the smart kid got 100.
Exactly.
I'm useless.
Liam, you discover that the way that helmet is folded and crunched together, there's a little bit of a point that sticks out at the back. And you rip the helmet off and realize that there is what appears to be some sort of masterwork embedded in the back of his skull that has a little wire poking out of the top of it.
My
Oh,
name
wow.
is Batty.
You're not
Logic
quite
is erratic.
you're not quite sure what it's supposed to do, but you do have someone with a masterwork expertise with you, and you realize this is a telepathic enhancer of some sort, Dr. Bones, that is likely calling out like a signal to someone.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm envisioning the scene as Liam like ripping off this thing and just going like, "What is this?" And then maybe Dr. Bones replies, and Liam's like, "There was a rhetorical question. I don't want to know."
Rhetorical, eh? 7.
Well, if you're so smart, then maybe you should say what this is, right? I bet it's wrong anyway, but
What's wrong about it? It appears to be a psychic amplifier that's tapped into his medulla.
Is that the oblongata one?
Yes, it's very oblong. Well, in a rat, it's more kidney bean shaped, if I'm not mistaken. Although I've been at very few rat anatomy classes.
Put it this
Do
way:
some upgrading.
It's not oblong optional.
As you're discussing this,
It'd be oblong rata.
Brisby, you can see that there is a definite light pulse going up the antenna.
Uh-huh. So we probably couldn't remove the helmet without probably making this guy's day pretty bad, like as in probably fatally.
The helmet is fine. That's already off.
I don't mean the helmet. I mean the implant. Yeah.
You probably can't remove the implant. Well, I mean, go ahead and make
Okay.
You got medicine?
No, I do not. I got
Then-
survive, but I think what I'm gonna do is so I'm assuming initiative-y type stuff is over, right?
Yeah, you're out of
Okay.
rounds at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna take some leather like from my rucksack, and I'm gonna grab that antenna, and I'm gonna
Just break the antenna off.
break the antenna off.
Excellent.
Try to anyway.
Give me a just give me a straight strength check, please.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, thank you, advantage, because that was not great. It's still not great. 9, all said.
All right. You don't break it off, but you bend it.
Okay.
Like back toward itself. You're hoping that will be enough to disrupt the signal.
Okay.
If anyone wants to try to make a medicine check to remove the implant, you may try to assess if that's possible.
I don't have medicine.
Okay.
either.
I mean, I could try, but
Do you have medicine?
I am not skilled in medicine, but I have removed many a splinter in my day. It's not
All right,
dissimilar.
well, I'm not gonna lose, so I'll also give it a shot. What do I have to roll?
Oh, I'll assist. I'll assist. I don't think I can assist.
You can if you don't have medicine, you can just make a strength check if you'd like to just yank it out.
Just gonna yank it out. Oh my god.
Oh god!
With
I hope
help
this
from
one-
Dr. Bones.
Yeah, so you can have advantage if Dr. Bones is going to help you. Absolutely.
Woof.
He's gonna hold the guy's head down while you pull.
How frail is my ego?
You're a
As frail
cat.
as your strength.
Flip a coin. You're a cat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it feels like it. All right. Heads or tails?
It's
We already have tails.
We have way too many tails.
Okay, no. I'm gonna accept it begrudgingly. First instinct, where it starts to help, is like to let go. It's like, no, I'm doing this because I want to be better than you. But then it's like, oh, maybe the better thing here is to accept help.
excellent reasoning. Excellent reasoning. All right, so strength with advantage if you have. No, it would just be strength. Yeah, with advantage.
14 doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so you both start pulling, and then you hear a pop.
Oh
And-
my god.
Sparks dance over the thing, and it stops working clearly, and it's just sort of hanging there out of his skull with some exposed brain He's alive, seems to be okay, but not in the best shape.
I mean, COVID was hard on all of us.
And
no.
at that time, you start to all hear kind of a distant snoring sound. And the air grows a little colder in the chamber. You can clearly feel that it's blowing around where the rock that fell during the cave-in. There's enough there that you can climb probably over it, most likely. That will require a dexterity check using traverse to get past it. If you want to try to make your way in.
I definitely should have taken traverse than balance.
Yeah.
All right, traverse it is. Let's go.
So we're
Oh,
just gonna
okay,
leave
yeah,
it. We're
I
not
think
gonna
I did it.
interrogate him or anything.
Say what? I'm sorry?
No.
Oh,
We're not going to try to interrogate him or anything. We're just going to
He is knocked the entire hell out right now.
Okay.
We might as
just
well
half.
investigate. Yeah.
I have traverse and scamper. I think scamper helps traverse. I can't remember the exact intricacies of that.
Scamper.
I'm happy just to do a traverse check though.
I think Scamper. Let's see.
I mean, I rolled a 19 anyway.
Oh, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up what scamper does. I'm pretty sure
you-
that's in the mousy boy.
You do that. And you got a what for Dr. Bones?
that is going to be a 14.
Excellent. And what did Liam get?
I also got a 14, but I'm kind of thinking snoring is good.
Snoring is good.
Snoring is good. Snoring is good. And maybe monks should make use of non-detection when trying to sneak into scary things. Snoring. So,
Yeah. Does non-detection extend to others, or is that just a power you can use on yourself?
I am not entirely sure. That's why I'm trying to find it.
Okay. No worries. While you're looking that up, what did you get? What did Oz get?
23, not 20.
All right, so yeah, you're all over it, and as you're going through it, as you actually spot a couple places where you can shift some of the debris that will make it easier to get out.
Just kind of shuffles it and shuffles it. This is the most dexterous turtle you've ever seen. You know how most turtles like can't get up on logs? No, not this one. This is the one that as soon as when the log starts rolling, he runs.
Bounds up. You start hearing dun 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 dun.
Does a couple of backflips.
Pulls out a pair of sai.
Yeah, exactly. Correct. Yes.
Real quick, scamper helps sneak. It doesn't help traverse.
Okay.
Ah.
So if you would like to apply that once you're inside, you're welcome to do so.
I think I would.
I was going to say that's going to come in handy soon.
I'm a sneaky boy. I'm gonna sneak.
Hey boy.
All
Me
right,
too.
I'm gonna roll with advantage.
do that. Please.
Non-detection is a single person or just single target.
All right, so you can either cast it, and it's concentration, right?
I think for the duration. So it's probably concentration, yeah.
Yeah. So, so that means you can only cast it on yourself or on another target. But you go ahead and throw non-detection on yourself, and specifically that prevents you from being detected by magical means. And does it give you a bonus to regular stealth checks as well?
No, it's just magical means.
Okay, excellent. So we can have all of you go ahead and make a stealth check if you want to.
Please don't fail me now. Ooh, 15.
9.
Excellent.
So
I got a 16.
Okay.
23.
All right, so you're all kind of sneaking along, and Dr. Bones is like kind of huffing a little bit. Like he's an older dog, and had a hard time. And
Woof.
the further you get down this tunnel, the colder the air gets and the louder the snoring gets. Until the tunnel opens up to a massive cavernous chamber. You can see your breath as fog when you get this deep in, and there are strange sculptures of ice littering the cave. And then you realize those aren't sculptures. Those are cats, dogs, mice that have been frozen permanently in ice.
Lovely.
Go.
There's even rats, birds, lizards. All of them frozen.
Oh
As-
boy.
As you look deeper into the chamber, you can identify the source of the snoring. As your heart trembles in terrible awe. At the far side of the cavern sleeps a gargantuan beast, winged, shimmered, and metallic. Its snores vibrate the floor. And as you process the awesome sight before you, a hushed voice whispers, oh dear, you shouldn't be here," as a mouse creeps up to Dr. Bones, seemingly having not noticed the rest of you.
Uh-oh.
We're all getting cold feet.
This is probably true.
You
I
must
should not be here.
You must leave for your own safety. The dragon fell upon me in one of its rampages, but I was able to heal him and save him, and as he was wounded, and now he has spared me so long as I keep treating his wounds. He is not well.
Well, who are you, friend?
My name is Albertus.
Albertus, we require an item of the drag. Well, not really an item. Oh, balls! I remember what we're here for.
Isn't it? It's hard.
My friend. Shh. Shoot.
Isn't it? It's hard. I don't know.
It is the heart. It is the heart.
Does Liam call out his heart?
Oh, I hope so.
Probably. It's like we're here for the heart.
You hear
because it's like
as the dragon shifts.
Perhaps it's like a metaphorical heart. Is there an item here that he really loves?
Perhaps a paper mache heart.
His horde is behind him. I would not recommend trying to sneak past.
Then we shan't sneak. Where is the wound, friend?
How many of you
We
are
can
there?
free. 1,000.
Oh, hi.
You hear,
That seems a little high.
"Who dares to disturb my slumber?"
The diamond in the rough.
Wait.
One of the dragon's eyes opens, and you see this icy orb focus its attention in your direction. The only ones it sees right now are Dr. Bones and Albertus. It says, "Keeper, you promised you would heal my wounds. Now you bring traitors here?" And he stands up.
To be fair, I was never on your side to begin with, so I can't be a traitor. I'm more of a harm wisher or a ne'er-do-well.
Give me one reason I shouldn't eat you right now.
I'm old and stringy.
I'm terribly crunchy.
Oh, and the turtle is terribly crunchy. But perhaps it's because you haven't had any interesting conversation. I can tell by your accent that you're a man of culture. Or a
Why?
dragon of culture, I should say.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yes, of course. We are here hoping to resolve something without violence, O great and majestic dragon. For violence would be not suited in our favor.
No, it would not.
If someone were looking for, and this is hypothetical, don't overreact, the heart of a dragon, is this a literal heart or some other type of device or thing nearby We are sent here by a powerful and wise wizard who seeks enlightenment. But I know who would wish no harm upon you.
Enlightenment. From a dog.
Yes. He's, but I mean, we all have to start somewhere. We can't all be dragons and men.
No, you can't be dragons, for I am the last.
Oh, you are the last one?
I am the last one!
There you go. There you go. I'm proud of you, Travis.
Thank you.
That was also pretty solid.
I thought you were making fun of the Kung Fu movie.
Oh my god.
No, he does not have the glow.
He does not have the glow. Damn it, Barry. Okay. So, is your heart a literal heart, or is it a metaphorical heart?
My heart.
Or an item?
My heart is literal.
Do you need it to function? You're a dragon.
Someone has
you have
sent
two?
you to take my heart.
Perhaps a sliver of it? He seeks the farm upstate. It is a noble quest.
Such madness. I've heard tale of this farm upstate.
Madness.
In the meantime, can I use, while remaining hidden, the notice knack or skill or whatever to see if I can find the wound on him and sort of get an arrow ready to go?
Oh, I'll save you the trouble. He's split from about where his neck meets his torso down to his tail. Like he's been cut open, and you can see inside of that open hole, especially now as he's rising up and starting to walk over. You see like masterworks falling out, and like like just giant chunks of plastic just dropping as he's walking.
Okay.
You claim this.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
He looks over like he just realized you were there.
Oh, hello. Oz. My full name is Galapagos. Lovely to meet you. I was curious. You seem to have many things falling out of you, but perhaps we could help with that. If you're able to lose that many things, perhaps your heart is not required for you to survive.
My treasures, everything I've consumed over the years, have been leaking since this grievous injury was dealt to me, and I had trusted this keeper to help me and to keep others out.
He did try terribly hard. You can't blame him for that. We are quite stubborn.
I am a dragon. I shall keep my own counsel on who I blame for what. Thank you.
I suppose that's fair. Yes.
Now, Brisby, no one's seen you, and Liam the dragon has not noticed you yet. You can both see not only these items sort of falling out of the chest, but behind the dragon, you're both in an angle where you can see there's just piles of treasure back there. Looks like more than could fit inside that dragon. It's probably the largest single assemblage of masterworks in plastic you've ever seen.
Ooh, we do like plastic. But this is not really the time.
He says, what about seeking out death is noble? Exactly.
I suppose that knowledge for knowledge's sake, is that a noble endeavor? I'm sure many would argue it is.
Yes, and to die in pursuit of something is greater than to wait for it to come to you. For even in failure, there is a victory of trying.
Make a persuade roll, please.
Yes, please. Okay, which dice do I roll, guys? I'm gonna roll. Do I roll the betrayer dice in the final game?
Oh.
Betrayer dice. Betrayal.
Krista, you just maybe roll in that one.
Yes, betrayal. What
Do
if
we
you
have anything in the
expect
pool?
I am
You
the
have
betrayer?
you have like 12
plenty.
fortune in the fortune book.
Spend a fortune if that's okay.
It's the last
betrayer dice-
section. Go ahead.
Okay, the betrayer dice now goes from a nat 1 to a 20 unnatural.
Excellent.
Yeah. See, I was right.
The dragon sort of rears up and says, "Your wisdom does not fall on deaf ears, dog.
Well,
When the old ones crafted me, I was crafted as a means of preventing an apocalypse I failed to prevent. If you think this wizard has power to overcome death to reverse my mistake, to perhaps even open the gates to the old ones, then you may have the treasure you seek." He reaches up into the hole in his chest and pulls out a tube. The tube is probably about as long as a as a full-grown dog or cat. It looks almost like a pill, and it is like bluish white and just covered in frost. He pulls it out and tosses it onto the floor in front of you. "There's the heart you seek."
Thank you. Is there anything that we can do to aid you?
As long as that heart remains cold, I shall remain alive. See to it, it is tended. Return
Thank you.
once your wizard has completed their quest, preferably with my heart.
Mm-hmm. Then it shall be done.
I bid you good luck. Perhaps you can awaken the old ones, and frankly, I like your accent.
I honestly, I never thought that I sounded like a dragon, but this is quite a compliment, really. At the end of the day, I feel very good about this.
Well, you know, the old ones in the area in which I was created, which as we all know is Egypt, spoke with this
Yes, of course. Yes.
accent.
I've heard Mars. I've heard Mars. Egypt works. Perhaps on the planet. God, what the hell was their planet? Anyway, you killed Krista. You killed her. Turned them into a boat.
No. Oh, I've seen too many Sean Connery movies. Because I've been understanding every single one of your references.
I know, it's
Fucking
great, right?
Zardoz. Ugh, that onesie, I tell you what. If you haven't seen Zardoz, don't go watch Zardoz.
Don't
Look
go
up
watch
images of
Zardoz.
Zardoz and just observe the ponytail and the onesie and the thigh-high boots. It's just like full fetish wear.
Sex symbols were
A
different
very
in the
hairy
70s
man.
and 80s, y'all.
Were they better? No, they were different.
Better
It was
is
a
a
bummer of a
strong
time
term.
to grow up.
Exactly.
Better is a
That's
strong
what
term.
it's supposed to work with.
It is.
So you have the heart, and he's kind of stumbling about woozily now. Brisby and Liam, again, you've not yet been spotted. Is there anything you would like to do as this heart clinks to the floor and the dragon starts to lay back down?
Nah, I'm good. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Just like not really announcing myself at last minute and having to go through this whole introduction and risks again. I'm probably just gonna go like, just wait for him to go to sleep before I move out.
I made
Cool. We got what we came from.
Yeah. I'm going to start sneaking out.
All right. You start making...
So just real quick though, this heart, it can be lifted by either and or Dr. Bones and the captain.
Dr.
Like,
Bones,
they
what's
won't-
your strength?
9, 8. I was literally turning around to say, Osh, can you give me? It's 8. Can you give me a hand with this? I don't want to risk dropping it. It's a very sensitive heart.
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
I mean, you can tell
how are we
just
gonna
by
keep it
speaking to the
cold?
dragon. He's very sensitive.
He mentioned regrets, so yes, it might indeed be a sensitive heart.
Aw. I'll put on my gloves because I have that listed in my inventory.
Good call.
And
Wait, I think I do too, actually. This is what. Gloves!
Excellent. You both put on gloves. Good call.
the remainder of my rope, if I can kind of loop it around to get like a bit of a grip on it, because it's kind of pill shaped, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just to get a little bit extra grip. Yeah, and should be okay to kind of pick it up like a duffel bag.
All right. So you're gonna try to lift it by yourself then, or are you gonna try to lift it with?
Well, if Dr. Bone's gonna help me,
All right. Go ahead and
Yes,
make
of course, of
or
course.
vice versa.
Go ahead and make your strength checks. You both will have advantage, obviously, but I also need you each to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, con.
Okay,
18.
that is a
Oh,
lot.
no, wait. Yeah, me too.
25.
Excellent.
18. 26.
So
Ooh,
As you-
shell yeah.
as you lift the heart up, it's definitely cold. Like frost forms on the outside of your gloves pretty much the minute you pick it up. But you do not take any damage from it.
Whew, I'm glad these gloves are thinsulate.
And what would you like to do for, what did you get for those strength checks?
18.
Oh, yes, strength check. 14. Oh, wait, 13. My,
Sufficient to lift it and sufficient to drag it over the
pivot! Pivot!
over the collapsing roof. You do realize, though, however, that moving this along expediently through the rest of the underneath is going to present a problem. As those two get out with the heart, Brisby and Liam, are you just following?
See if there's any wheels in the horde.
I was thinking I could actually even lead them, as a matter of fact, like go before them.
All right, just kind of scout ahead.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me a notice check there, Brisby.
You got it.
What about you, Liam? As you're the last one out of the dragon's lair, what would you like to do?
I mean, I'll probably walk last with the excuse of being like, oh, well, you know, I'll let you know if something comes up from behind. But really, I just kind of want to watch people do work. Sorry.
That's fair.
Hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave.
I got a 23 on notice.
As you're moving along, you notice that there's movement coming from when you get up through to where the tunnel meets with the main chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You notice movement coming from deeper within the underneath. You put it at least 10, maybe more rodents coming this way.
The Labator
Yeah.
guys, I bet.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. Do they notice? So are they just randomly walking, or do I detect that they're walking with purpose because they heard noises from?
You get the impression that they're in a formation, like they're moving as if they're ready to engage something.
Now, Al said that it was the dragon was theirs. Was that the vibe of they're gonna kill it and get his heart, or that they're protected, or was it a protective thing?
You got the impression. Oh, when Al freaked out at the end, you get the impression
Yeah.
that the cult of Labator sees the dragon as a prize, to be taken,
Oh.
something to be
Ah.
State.
something to be taken and studied.
Let's see. So are they far enough away that I could like maybe duck around the corner as the guys are there, so I can stay hidden to them and just say, guys, we got folks up
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, you got ample room to give a warning.
And then
Well,
I'll
I think it's
re-sneak, if that's okay. I'll roll
Absolutely.
again if-
You don't need to. Yeah, you just fade back into the shadows.
Okay.
What were you going to say, Dr. Bones?
Yes, I think it's time for a rumble.
How many were there?
Oh.
How many abouts were
sorry.
there?
You said it looked like 10, right, Travis?
At least
Something like
10, yeah.
that? At least 10. Hey, quick question. Have they spotted the corpse of, or not corpse, the sort of the life-supported body of Al?
No, I have assumed, because you didn't tell me otherwise, that you left Al laying where he was.
Kind of, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Tied up. Yes.
you're much further up the chamber now,
Oh,
like half day's travel up the chamber now.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
I was gonna take his clothes and pretend to be part of the order.
First, go ahead with your question, Krista.
I was just gonna say, is that was it a mouse or a rat that was in the chamber that said he had been helping the dragon?
That was a mouse.
Okay, is he still like within sight? Can I
No.
see him somewhere?
No, he's
It's
way
like
back.
a day later, right?
Yeah, it's like half a day's journey down.
Oh, we've traveled a long
Oh,
ways.
okay, wow,
Okay,
okay.
got it. Bugger. Do you guys think there's another way out of here?
I think the best way is through.
Yes.
To be completely clear, you can leave without running into these guys.
Aging.
Oh, so there are like other.
But if
They're coming.
Paths.
They're coming from deeper in the underneath. So
they're not blocking our path. All right.
right,
but if
they're
they
not.
reach the dragon, they will kill it. It's weakened now, even more than before.
But perhaps we can cave them in.
Yes,
And
there's
Oz will brandish his gun. That the roof doesn't seem terribly sturdy around these parts.
That's the roof of their skulls.
Yeah, yes, Dr. Bones. The roof of their skulls. Yes.
That's good.
Also
Where they
the
are
roof of this cavern.
Oh, but that could cause a chain reaction that could bury us.
Well,
Could
we
we,
have to be real careful about it, but yes.
Did we just try to make more rubble fall on the already big pile of rubble that's sort of blocking the door so that they can't get through it? I mean,
But we'd have to try. That's another half-day travel back
oh, that's true.
to do that,
Um,
right?
Yeah, about that. And Bianca, were you gonna say something?
Okay.
I was just thinking, like, in the area where they are walking, because it seemed that there was lots of dangerous edges, and Chekhov's gun about the edges,
Yes.
and I'm like, can I make the wall of magic and push you?
I mean,
yes.
yes.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Real quick.
It is. I mean, it's.
I'm talking about
This-
crushing them under rubble, so I mean
Oh, okay, so it's not against like the creed. Would this count as self-defense to protect the dragon?
I was gonna
They're
say I feel like the
rats.
dragon is a member of our crew. I'm gonna say that
Okay.
we're gonna protect him.
The dragon's our
Um,
homie.
Just
The
real quick,
dragon is our homie.
So we're going back the way we came.
Right. So if you imagine like the
Sounds
cave,
like they're between the entrance to the dragon's cave and us, then, aren't they?
no, like so when you get
Is it
out
going-
to the area that opens to that main massive
Mhm.
cavern that goes up, right?
Yeah.
They're coming in from deeper in the underneath. So
Okay.
you
So
would
it's like a
go
Y
you would go
point.
up and they're coming from below.
Okay. Okay.
But if you wanted to shoot a wall of magic that ran the length of where they're walking, it would push them out to the nearest edge that they could occupy, which would effectively be over the edge of that ledge. If you wanted to try that, I would absolutely allow it.
I think that's a lovely idea, Liam. I mean, not lovely. It's unfortunate that so many lives will be lost, but I believe we cannot abandon our dear friend in need. I know we're not on the ship, but I would like to stand by that article.
Yeah, I'm listening. Do I feel like a scoundrel? Like, is there any indication that they like will intercept us, or are we in danger of being intercepted by them?
Right now, you have enough of a head start that if you just left the dragon to their own devices, they will not intercept you.
Is it the right thing to do? Do I
You have my
personally
vote.
benefit from this? The
I
dragon doesn't
suppose
know I
it's
exist.
Liam. May I present the possibility that we are supposed to return with the heart later? So if it's possible that when we return with the heart, you may present it and say, "I also destroyed that cult that was trying to kill you," and perhaps he will bless upon you one of his many masterworks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go, World of Fools.
Now, there's nothing saying you cannot employ both tactics. There's nothing saying that you can't, for example, shoot at the roof above them whilst Liam casts this wall. And I would like to point out that due to the echo in here, your gunpowder panic is going to have a much wider reach than normal.
Oof.
Again, that might be the case.
Can I get them to like prep and like plug their ears and get advantage or something? Or I guess they get advantage because I'm in their party anyway.
Right, they do get advantage because you're in the party.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I definitely think it would be a good idea. Perhaps we deal with this bundle. We don't know this is the entire cult. If cults have a tendency to be on the bigger side, unfortunately, and so if we deal with this group by pushing them off the edge to their untimely deaths, we can then collapse this tunnel. So at least perhaps if this is their only entrance, it will stop them from getting through for a long time, or at least it makes it more inconvenient for them if they are to once again try to kill our friend.
Do any of you have no culture?
Nope.
No.
No culture. We have no culture.
None at all.
A bunch of punk rockers.
If you
Nope, I skipped that one. I have no everything else, unfortunately.
I'll give Brisby a straight intelligence roll. Just regarding the cult of Laboratory in general.
Um, 14.
Okay. You know enough about the cult of Laboratory that they it's not that they don't work together so much as that they're factionalized due to professional rivalries. Results are everything. Publishing is everything. Sure. And they will different cells of the cult will absolutely stab one another in the back or withhold information from one another until they are able to produce their own findings.
Oh my god, amazing.
So the likelihood, it's less likely that there are others out there who would be privy to this information specifically.
To the information that they're
so what you're saying is there's not likely more than what is here.
Right. Most likely they haven't disseminated throughout the cult that this is where the place is or anything like that. Individual laboratories tend to stick to their own, which is part of why the cult of Laboratory hasn't like overrun any place.
Okay.
Well, yes.
People who can do long range killing, go ahead and do long range killing. Maybe not the gunpowder though.
I would say perhaps it is best, Liam, if we take your approach initially, and then if there are any stragglers, I will do my best to deal with them.
Very well. So,
and
don't
perhaps
get me wrong, the hesitation was not from hurting people. It was mostly just about consequences. I do not like them. So let's go!
Perhaps we can leave one out so that Dr. Bones may have a skull smash.
I was going to call down the wrath of man upon them, to be 100% honest.
Oh, well, let's go in order of operations. Let's have Liam attempt to push them off the edge, as that will be the simplest. If there are any left over, then we will go to Dr. Bones, calling it down upon his divine might. And then if there's anyone left over, I will bring down the ceiling on them, and then Brisby, you can pick up the stragglers.
Sounds pretty reasonable, to be honest. I don't see the problem there.
That's
really.
why you're the captain.
I love it. So your wall of magic, if you could please just let me know specifically, like, what does the wall of magic provide? How if you wouldn't mind reading me the power, I would appreciate it.
The power
Okay,
of-
so a wall of fire, ice, stone, or invisible force springs into existence at a point you choose within range. So it has a range of 120 feet.
So you will have to sneak your way up a little bit closer to get to them, which is fine.
Okay.
Or you can just walk right up on them. You know, if you want to be egotistical about it, you can just roll up and be like,
Do it.
Ooh.
Can you move the wall?
I'm not sure I can.
I believe once it's placed, it's there.
Yeah.
Move it.
But
So
if I'm not mistaken, when that wall comes into place, it shoves anyone that's in that occupying space to the nearest unoccupied space, correct? Yep.
There you
I think
go.
so.
it's
I'm pretty sure that is the
pushy.
case.
Right. So
Yeah,
you're putting it 120 feet out in front of you and then shooting the full length down that corridor, basically, because you can bend it and fold it to go along with the bend of the
Oh
of
man,
the
just
chamber.
go full toff and just like full stomp and just stone wall. Oh, so good.
What form would you like your wall to take?
Ooh. Well,
Or just the irony of ice being that it's an ice dragon we're protecting, also good.
About cheese, kill them with the thing they love most.
A cheese wall. Is that like a cheese board? Just a real big charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Death by charcuterie.
Charcuterie plus one.
It's like the wall in Willy Wonka, except instead of candy, it's just cheese flavored.
I haven't eaten yet today.
The Limburger tastes like Limburger. Anyway.
so I'm probably
Unfortunate.
going to go with invisible force. It sounds
Nice.
sad, I know, but it's mostly just because I want to see them die. It's to make sure that I see how many are pushed off. Don't worry, I'm not that.
Excellent. I will let them
No, I love it.
make saving throws to see if they can somehow avoid this fate.
Yes, I think it was dexterity.
Yep. So far, 3 of them remain behind, as the rest are unceremoniously chucked off the edge.
I
Two-
cast scream on you.
2 of them catch themselves on the ledge, and one just floats up above the wall in like a Magneto pose, like hands out at his side. You see all of his hair sticking up on end and like waves of green energy moving throughout his fur.
Oh dang.
Damn.
Dr. Bones, I believe it is your time.
Or is it? Oh, it's my turn. Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, I. Oh. I see. I think. Let's see. I can see. How far away is he physically? The glowing one.
Well, he's about 120 feet away from Liam. So, now you can clearly move into that space, or having been moved in that space, that's fine.
Okay, so I can't get 30 feet from him at this juncture, though.
No.
Probably not. No.
You can get up to 30 feet within 30 feet, and that would be that. That would be the end of your turn. The bright side is you would have a wall. You'd have that invisible wall of force you could use for cover.
You know what I can do though? So I'll move within 30 feet, and then I'll cast Spiritual Weapon because that will cover the distance, the gap between us.
Excellent. And
It'll form a giant dog's head and arf.
I love it. Go ahead and make
Amazing.
your spell attack.
I'm gonna spend a fortune from the bowl, if that's all right.
Yes, go for it.
Burn
I
that
insist.
fortune.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. I cannot wait to be rolling multiple dice in a different game because I am bad at this. That is going to be what I'm at a plus 3, 9. Does a 16 hit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Okay, so in that case, that's going to be, where's my D8? That could be better, could be worse. That's going to be 7 points of force damage.
Excellent. Let me make a quick save for this fella. Okay, they do not lose concentration on their telekinesis. So you bite and they let out this scream. They're definitely in pain, but they're also still up.
Just wait till my next turn. You're going to see some serious poop.
So who is next in the hit list? Was that going to be the captain, or was that going to be Brisby?
I think it was going to be me. I suppose I can't shoot through the wall of force, though, can I?
No, but the wall of force has a ceiling.
Okay.
You can shoot the. You were planning on shooting them, right? You're planning on shooting the ceiling.
I was planning on shooting the ceiling. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking about just shooting the ledge that they were hanging off of, but I can't. I don't think I can actually get at that, so that's fine.
Well,
Yeah, I'll shoot the ceiling.
The way that it curves up around, right? Because you're in a circular chamber ultimately.
Yeah.
Right? It's an irregular circle, but it's a circular chamber. So if you wanted to go upward and shoot down at the ones that are hanging off of the edge, you're welcome to do so.
Well, is the guy floating above the wall now? The guy who's floating?
The guy who's floating is unobscured.
Okay. I think I'll just shoot the roof. I think I'll make that and just sort of prep myself to run away. Now I need to. This is going to be like probably a crazy disadvantage because I only have an 80-foot range.
Okay.
So how close can I get to the spot above them?
Oh, I mean, you can run up and then effectively to where Dr. Bones ran, and that'll be close enough to to shoot the ceiling.
The ceiling will be within 80 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That sounds wonderful. I will do that. 80 when I'm in my long range, it means I'm at disadvantage, correct?
Right, but since you have advantage, it's just a regular old shot.
Perfecto. Oh, that's very, very cocked. Oh, can I use a point out of the bowl to re-roll that?
Yep.
Let's burn them. You got 8 left.
Oh God. Okay, that one really doesn't want to roll. One sec. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I'm plus 8. So 18.
Okay, yeah, you shoot shoot a stalactite.
Tight to the ceiling.
Tight.
If you're up in Missouri, you'll learn a few things. That's about it, though.
I
And
max damage on my blunderbuss.
excellent.
15 damage.
You blow the stalactite loose, and you see one of the cultilabator mice look up and just go, "Really?" And it just goes straight through him.
Amazing.
The other one becomes deafened and scared and loses his grip and falls off the edge, leaving you solely with the floating member, who seems unbothered by the gunpowder panic and is going to take their.
Well, I gotta go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is Brisby. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna short bow this guy right between the eyes, and it's ranged, and it says 80 or 320. If it's
320 would be disadvantage, so you would roll a normal die because of your.
okay, advantage.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, Scamper lets me roll with advantage any action I take while I'm sneaking.
Right. Effectively, what happens is
That's two advantages. So can I nullify?
once advantage and disadvantage are introduced, all you can do is nullify. You can't get.
Okay.
You can't
bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Can't blame a mouse for trying.
I know. I appreciate the effort.
Gotta appreciate the hustle.
Ooh, a mighty 14.
Mighty 14 absolutely hits. You get the arrow in their face. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay. Oh, D6. Take that, glowing boy. You in the raven hell. I forget. For my damage, since I'm proficient, do I get to add my proficiency bonus or my dex modifier?
You add your dex modifier to the damage on
Yeah,
the,
just
on the
dex.
ranged weapon.
That's right. Well, they're both +5, so hey. So that'd
Hell
be a
yeah.
total of 8.
Okay. He's like faltering and falling, but not more like sinking than falling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he takes off one of his gloves. He's got like these thick gloves on his hands that look, just all you can see from where you're at is that they're very bulky.
Mm-hmm.
He takes that glove off and whips it at Dr. Bones.
Oh no. Oh, do I stay snuck, by the way? Or do I have to re-sneak? Or can I even on this turn?
No, because you don't have does it let you use a bonus action? Does Scamper let you use a bonus action to hide?
I don't believe it said that.
Okay. Then no, you'd have to hide at the start of the next turn. Does an 18 hit the good doctor?
It does, yes. Even if he had his shield up.
I need you to roll a d8, please.
Ooh. It's gonna be a 3.
All right.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
You take 11 heat damage as the
Oh,
glove slaps you and like ejects this like molten chemical from the palm.
And he's screaming, "Iron satisfaction, sir."
Yes, he just challenged you to a ranged duel.
You hit me open-handed across the mouth. What am I? Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that.
That brings us back to Liam. What would you like to do, Liam?
Oh shit. This be some final boss shit, isn't it? So
Rain down hell.
but everyone else is a little like far away from me, right?
Actually, Dr. Bones ran up closer, as did Oz. So you're like, so the current layout is Brisby's in the back now, you're in the middle, and Dr. Bones and Oz are like the front line.
Oh, okay. Was it a bad hit or can you stand after that?
I feel like out of almost 100, feeling in my 80s on this one. My 80s.
Oh, I see. Okay. It sounded so very dramatic that it's like.
I mean, I'm pissed.
Well, anger can be good, no? Anger good.
Yeah.
Channel that.
Drives you.
Yeah, use it.
Use your anger.
Palpatine over here. Use the anger.
So, when it comes to casting spells in Pugmire,
Yes.
you can't cast 2 spells.
You can't cast
of the same.
2 leveled spells. Okay, so if you have a spell that is a cantrip and a spell that is a bonus, this cantrip is a bonus action, and a leveled spell is an action, or vice versa, you can cast 2 spells. That's the only way you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Wall's just there, right? She doesn't need to hold concentration, or he doesn't need to hold concentration.
I
shouldn't have asked that.
I don't think that he does, but it doesn't. Like the wall's done serving the purpose the wall was going to serve.
Oh, fair.
Yeah,
he can float over it, so it's really not.
Yeah, I don't know if Wall of Magic requires Oh, it does require concentration, but
Yeah.
you're not actually there. It did what it was supposed to do, which was push them off the edge, which is a brilliant use of that, by the way, and was worthy of a fortune. So, would you like that in your personal pile, Liam, or do you want to that to go into the bowl?
I'll give it to, since I can't remember which one, so I'll give it to the party in this case. I'm thinking, I'm wondering if I should just like give Brisby a little bit of a pat on the back for healing, but then I'm also wondering.
Oh, I'm healed. I'm all good.
No, sorry.
Bones?
Dr. Bones. But
I'm okay for now. Do whatever you need to do.
so this is the like sad thing where I don't really remember where everything is. So I'm thinking I might just inspire people.
Inspiration's fine. If you need a minute to look it over, we can certainly skip ahead to another player as well, if you want some time to look it over.
Yeah, I need time. I need to find it in the book.
No problem. Just full disclosure, he may not be alive by the time you get around to him, but who would you like to have go in your place?
Who hasn't gone yet?
Everybody's gone, so now it's whoever you like.
Dr. Bones' spiritual weapon is still up, correct?
Yeah.
That is correct.
That might be a good choice.
Let me triple check something. Is spiritual weapon concentration?
It is not. It is the best spell in the damn game.
It is.
That is
Followed
handy.
by the second. If you let me go, I'm going to do something stupidly fun. So.
Go ahead. Do it.
I support this.
Okay. So I'm going to summon, because I got level 4 spells this level. I'm going to summon Guardian of Faith right next to this guy. So that takes my action. The large spectral guardian appears and hovers. It's just going to look like me with better hair, like a young me dressed as Zardoz.
See, I thought it was going to be a human with a broom.
Excellent. So you're just
But I love Zardoz.
Floating
Zardog. Zardog. It's
Yes.
Zardog.
Zardog in the onesie with the boots.
Yeah.
No.
So that's going to appear, and then I'm going to spiritual weapon him in the face again.
Excellent. So just so that I'm clear on that, spiritual guardian doesn't go off until the start of his turn, right?
It does not go up till the start of his turn. Then can I use another fortune for the fortune bowl? Because this orange dice keeps rolling nat ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop using the dice.
Okay, that's a miss, but it's not a nat one. So roof. So that's going to be my turn.
Can
I'm
you
going
use
to pass.
another one?
It might not be a miss. What did you get?
I was like a 4 plus. I guess it's a 12.
All right. So you chomp down and like take off the corner of his ear. Like you just miss actually doing damage.
Surrender, or I'll take the rest of you too.
What?
He says, surrender is illogical.
Surrender, or I'll take the
My
rest.
ear is missing.
I'm emoting very clearly. Look. Dr. Bones is very good at CSL, Canadian Sign Language, or canine sign language. Not Canadian Sign Language. Canadian Canine Sign Language. Woof woof, double woof woof, loony.
Unfortunately, these laboratory cultists are not Canadian, so he has no idea what you're talking about.
That's fair. Poser.
Are we still digging behind?
That is it. I'm gonna pass back to Brisby.
Well, why don't you pass it to him and then he takes damage from your...
Oh, that's fair. I'll pass it to him.
Guardians.
That's fair. So he needs to make a dex save.
Does a 14 save?
I am at, so it's plus spell level. So that's, nope, and he needs a 16 on this spell. If it's 8 plus my charisma plus the spell level.
No, it's 8 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, God, then he needs a 17.
Excellent.
Woo-hoo.
He does not save. How much damage does that
Enjoy
do?
20 radiant.
All right. He says, I'll never surrender, and then blows up.
And
He notices Zardog and is just so stunned by its beauty that he explodes.
That's it. I'm going to Photoshop right now.
He blows up and Zardog pulls out a blaster pistol from you're not quite sure where and you're not sure you want to know. And fires it and he explodes. The cult of Labator has been defeated.
Yeah.
That seems
What's
like
teamwork, crew.
that seems like a good place for us to take our 10-minute biological and technological break. And then we will return for the final act. Does that sound workable to everybody?
That sounds great.
Bianca, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to kill this guy. But
You killed a lot of guys, though.
you did.
You did. You killed a lot of guys.
You do have
It's,
the body count.
Yep.
it's all right. I'm just like, nothing's going to happen, right, from him just exploding inside of a cave, right? We're cool, right?
I mean, you might want to double time it out of there, but other than that, you should be fine.
I did take down a stalactite too.
You did
We'll
take
see
down
if
a
any more
stalactite.
follow.
Wow, we're leaving on a cliffhanger.
If you're watching us live, just bear with us. We'll be back momentarily. If you're watching us later on YouTube, fast forward, and then you'll catch us when we return. Be back momentarily.
So easy. This is the
And we have returned. Thank you for your patience while we addressed our biological and technological needs. So, before the break, you were all making your way. You had just defeated the Cult of Labator. You're now making your way out of the underneath. As you make your way back through the way that you came, you find that the floofs seem to have completed their courtship rituals. And in fact, when you reach their cavern, they sort of, almost as if they're sensing the danger or the anxiety around your group, they kind of swarm around you and form like a protective sort of bubble and escort you the rest of the way to the sewers of Waterdog Port. Once you've arrived there, what would you like to do?
Okay. We got to get our way back to Morty Corgi. I forget, he needs the heart, right? We don't need to drop the heart off to somebody else.
Right. Now you've completed all of the tasks Morty sent you for. So now it's just getting back to Mutt Town.
Okay. And we did officially win that race, and we told, because we got a certificate or something, I guess.
Yeah, and he gave you the lasso that you needed.
That's right. Okay. I say we hightail it back to Mutt Town post haste. Toot tweet. Super fast.
I agree. Perhaps we should. Is there anywhere we can pick up a little insulation to make sure this thing stays cold?
Or some ice.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you're in the cat quarter right now, and you know that there are various fisheries in the cat quarter that would have cooling, like an ice box you could put it in, basically.
Beautiful. May we obtain one?
Yeah, you can get one for a few coins if any of you has a few coins.
I have a few coins.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. I have like a pouch with a few coins listed. But I'm not. Okay.
That's the exact cost, a few coins. So you toss the pouch, they load it into a crate for you. They give you a couple of those poles to run through the side of it to carry like the Ark of the Covenant. And you
amazing.
And you make your way onto the ship. Sailing into Mutt Town is again relatively uneventful, and during the time your ship was docked, you were able to get any repairs done to the seaworthiness that it lost. When you arrive at Mutt Town, there are a group waiting for you of dogs and cats that all seem to be dressed in robes similar to that of Morty's. You assume these are probably apprentices of some sort. And they say, "Greetings, Captain. Thank you. Have you returned with everything in tow that was requested?"
I believe so. The heart and the lasso and let me check my manifest. And a powerful piece of necromancy and Saturn sight. Yes, we have received all four.
Beautiful. This way. They start walking along, and you immediately feel each of them activate a sanctuary spell as they start escorting you through the town.
Are we expecting trouble, gentlemen?
Not now.
Fair point.
They get you inside of Morty's tower where he's in the front petting his goats. "Oh, I see you've returned. And in one piece, all of you. Look at that. Never would have guessed it. I guess I owe Terry a few coins. I can't thank you enough for completing this quest. Did you run into any trouble on the way?"
There wouldn't be much of a quest if we didn't.
Yeah, we request not a vacation.
That's fair. Well, you have truly enabled an old dog to complete a life's work. And I find it at times like this is nearly impossible to truly show one's appreciation. The apprentices have been instructed to allow you to choose your rewards from within. And he waves over at one of them, and one of the apprentices sort of wheels out this cart and attaches harnesses to the two goats. And you can see there's a strange network of masterworks that have been worked into this cart.
It's a regular Morty Hall.
He ties the lasso around the two goats and makes sort of like a what's the word I'm looking for?
Harness?
Harness, but the thing that you actually... Bridle, thank you. Makes a bridle out of it.
I was next course girl. What of it?
He places Saturn's sight on the hull of the cart. The necromancy thing that you got a hold of, what was it? Do you recall off the top of your head?
Oh goodness, I had it written down. I think
You got it from Dreamerella.
been in too many houses to keep notes.
Yeah, it was with Dreamerella. It was not, if I remember, it wasn't that awesome for us. I think we run into
one. Oh wait, maybe that was just a trinket. Never mind.
I mean, I have a helm of anime dead.
That may have been...
That must be
right?
it. I was going to say, I have one half of a chime of opening and a pretty kaleidoscope.
He places the helm on what looks like a foam replica of a dog's head. He places the helm on there, and then he walks over with a series of 4 tubes in this almost crossbow-looking thing with a needle on the end of it, and he pops the lid of the heart open and ejects this pistol into the heart and fills 4 tubes with the fluid from inside of the heart.
Oh, that dragon's dead.
If they didn't take all of it, as long as it's still frozen, it's fine.
Yeah, the heart doesn't seem to react to it.
Not necessarily a good sign for Morty, but I guess.
He touches the tube and like pulls his hand away and...
Oh, use gloves. Use gloves.
It's damn cold.
Do you want to borrow some of my gloves? Or...
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
They're thinsulate.
Oh, love one of the old one's finest inventions.
It's really true. Not sponsored, probably could be sponsored. Onyx Path joint with thinsulate.
You see, he puts 2 of the tubes on 2 sort of receptacles that seem designed for them, and he puts the other 2 tubes, wraps them in a cloth, and puts them on a belt pouch.
Are we catching any ominous vibes? I know, like, a lot of the people we encountered says that we shouldn't let him actually do this.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's... if you all would like to make a sense motive roll or failing sense motive, you can use wisdom.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm thinking sense motive, but I'm probably also going to raise that, that kind of have a bit of chat with the super trustworthy Reggie the untrustworthy, and he had some reservations about the whole going to the farm upstate. So it's just so Morty,
Yes.
what are you planning to do now?
He says, well, I'm planning to do what I said I was planning to do. I'm going to the farm upstate.
So what does it mean, really, to go to the farm upstate?
Well, I think you know what it means. I think You all know the legends, and I appreciate you humoring an old dog.
I suppose your intention is not just to go to the farm upstate, but to return from it. There are much easier ways to get to the farm upstate than all of this,
Well,
if you don't want to come back.
where I am going, I should have gone some time ago. I'm cheating the rules to get in as much as I've cheated them to stay out. I need to do this. But fear not, though, if there's a way back from the farm upstate, I'll find it. And we'll all look back on this adventure and laugh.
But if there's not,
Then I'll be where I belong.
all right.
Have you thought about what consequences could happen for this world when you do that?
Well, I suppose people go to the farm upstate all the time. What consequences are you worried about?
Well, I don't know enough to know, but it seems like playing by these metaphysical rules and breaking them is tempting the fate.
Tell me, what adventure has ever been undertaken that didn't involve some risk?
I'm not talking about the risk to you, though. If our party decides to go do something foolhardy and exciting, that's on us. If you have collateral damage, which could be this entire plane of existence, or maybe stop people from naturally being able to go to the farm upstate when they pass, well, that's not very good. It's a little more evil than somebody befitting your status, I think, would endeavor.
Who put such ideas into your head? Was that Reggie?
Yeah.
He,
For starters, there are a couple people who were, I believe the cat lady
Dreamerella?
also didn't. I think she also didn't think it was a good idea.
Well, I've always appreciated the counsel of my friends, but I think the risks to anyone but me are pretty minimal. That's what all this is for. If I just wanted to rip open a transdimensional plane, I know plenty of magic for those sorts of things, but you're right, that would be chaos. But you've all,
Okay.
I appreciate you looking out. And besides, if things go south, you and my apprentices can handle it. You've proven that.
Wait, isn't there a separate contract that we should get compensation for?
A saving the world contract?
Well, I do appreciate you remind me quite a bit of Reggie. I do appreciate your concern, and that's why the apprentices have been instructed to give you whatever you need to act as this realm's guardians in my stead.
What?
Wait, what?
I'm leaving you the tower and the apprentices. Anything that's in it. It's all yours, unless I come back, in which case it's mine still.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think givesies backsies could be allowed in a circumstance like that.
And he places a hand on Liam's shoulder. And he says, "You do remind me quite a bit of Reggie. Go and tell..."
So no take backsies? Yes? Yes?
Do me one last favor.
Nope.
Go tell my old friend that I love him, and I'm sorry how things turned out. He is a most excellent cat.
I'm not sure Liam's ready for such a big reward. Is he ready for that kind of responsibility?
Morty hops in and says, "Enough talk, though. I've never liked goodbyes very much, and frankly, I have a farm to visit."
Well, I guess with that, Godspeed.
Indeed. He takes out one of the masterworks that has like a needle on the end of it and injects it into his arm as he thrashes the goats and they take off, moving forward, riding off into the distance.
It's a Guns N' Roses song plays.
Yeah. Yes, but it's my
Not the
Michelle
one you're
for some
thinking
reason.
Well, Mr. Brownstone,
Some obscure B-side.
So with that, you have access to the resources of Morty's tower. What would you like to do?
Okay, so he's gone. We're not sensing the sky getting ominously red or anything like that.
Nothing along those lines, no.
Okay.
Yet.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
Well, now what?
Well, if he's technically dead, we should take his stuff.
The apprentices
I
say,
mean, you might come back.
We are at your service, and you are considered the rightful holders of this material, at least until his return.
Well, we have some promises we made too, like to either return stuff or to don't we like have to return? I could have.
We said we would return the heart. We said we would go see Reggie.
Yeah.
Did we say anything to Dreamerella? Did we promise her anything?
Return that to. I thought people.
I thought Dreamerella just wanted you out of her face.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought so. Did the what's their knuckles on the island? The bird.
Oh, the Tengu? Yeah.
Tengu,
Willem
did
Dafoe?
they want anything?
No.
Yes, all I was like, the Green Goblin. I couldn't remember his actual name.
I'm something of a
Mr.
scientist
Osborne.
myself.
Yes, this is where with the Tingo. I think we did everything we promised and then some with the Tango.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really the only two promises you have left to keep are returning the dragon's heart and visiting Reggie.
Well, let's go visit Reggie since that's the thing we can do. We don't really have access to the heart.
You do.
So.
He left the heart behind. He took
We
four.
do.
Oh,
he took 4 tubes of fluid
He
out
just
of
took
it.
some vials.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, it would
Well,
have been way easier if we just could ask for the tubes in the first place, really.
if we could
It
just,
would have been nice if he'd been more specific.
The apprentice says, "You want to talk about easier? You know where that dragon's lair is, right?"
Yeah.
Right.
He walks off and walks back in with a device that he's holding in his hand. It looks like almost like a small jewelry box.
Okay.
And he hands that to Frisbee. And he takes out another, almost like a staff, and hands it to Liam.
Ooh, shiny.
And he says, "This staff will allow you to travel anywhere you know." The box, when opened, will allow you to call us, and we will be able to bring you back.
Okay. Is it like easy enough to put in a rucksack and not be like
The box, yeah.
not like the Monty Python sketch where they're out in the battlefield?
If you'd imagine something that's a little bit smaller than, say, this, right?
Okay, sure.
Except it flips open. Like there's a golden lid on the box that will flip open. That is what the box looks like.
Can you dramatically close it as well?
You absolutely can dramatically close it.
Yes. Awesome.
Do you have to talk in a stuttering, over enunciated voice
No, but it
so
gives
they can hear you?
a bonus modifier to their roll if they need to make one to get you back.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, I tuck the communicator in my pocket.
Oh my god.
So this staff, it's not you. It's we can use it more than once, right?
That is correct. Yes, it carries 7 charges and regains some of its charge each day as dawn rises.
Hot diggity.
Okay, cool. Well,
Okay.
since it was handed to me, I'll hold on to it. And
You have a staff of teleportation.
Booyah.
should not let me out of sight with this one.
Dr. Bones, can you assist
Yes.
with the heart, please?
In returning it, of course.
You see all the apprentices kind of look like they want to say something, like they're rocking a little bit back and forth, and like,
Speak freely,
go on.
friends.
can some of us go with you? We'd love to see a dragon.
Oh yeah,
Oh, of course. Can one of you that doesn't want to see the dragon? Can you run to the ship and just let the rest of our crew know? Particularly the zombies. They're going really attached.
Of course, 2 of them run off. I don't want to see no dragon. That thing's scary. It's probably gonna eat him.
I mean,
That's a good survival instinct right there.
Came close. All right, well let's get the show on the road, shall we?
As my good friend Spencer says, let's fuck this popsicle stick.
what?
He genuinely thought that was the saying, not let's blow this popsicle stand. He thought it was let's fuck this popsicle stick.
Well, that is.
That is not the saying, but
No, it's not.
What the hell?
well, it's up to Liam. Would you like to activate the staff of teleportation?
All right, where do we want to go first?
See the Dagron?
Yeah, okay, yeah, since it would otherwise we'll just be carrying stuff. So it makes sense. Okay, how do you use this thing? Tap tap.
You tap it on the ground, and blue light shoots out of the top of it into you and each person you wish to bring with you. And that light sort of creates a network that all forms together in a single point in front of your hand. And the apprentices simply touch the point to activate it and decide where you want to be.
All right,
Wow.
well, here we come.
Is this one of those don't think too hard about anywhere else?
Yes, please.
Well,
And try not to think about the walls wherever you are.
Uh-huh.
time for another adventure, I suppose.
You tap the light.
Yep.
All right. As you tap the light, you are you feel yourselves sort of swallowed by brightness, as if you've become light itself. And then you look around and you're freezing cold, standing in the dragon's lair. Oh, what is the meaning of this intrusion? Oh,
We're just back. As promised, we have returned the item. Your heart.
I see. I knew I was right to trust you.
The cat didn't even break
Liam.
it or anything.
Hey,
He did a very good job, in fact, of stopping cultists that were coming here to claim you as a prize. He did a very good job.
Well, then I suppose you shall be rewarded. He reaches and picks up the box and just crushes the outer box and shoves his heart back in.
Beautiful.
Very useful.
There we go. For your efforts, I shall give you this. He swipes a pile of a lot of coins over in your direction. And this. If a new age of hope is dawning, he reaches again into the wound and pulls out another canister. This canister also is cold and has kind of frost covering the outside of it, but you see it's filled with various tubes, and inside each of those tubes appear to be small seeds. And he hands them.
I do love a garden.
Hands them to Liam. This is what the old ones entrusted me with, that I might be able to preserve life beyond an apocalypse.
Oh, is this how they procreated? Siege?
This is the foodstuffs they knew they would require. Hundreds of plant species, many of which now extinct.
Miracle.
Ooh. I have heard of a glorious thing called lettuce. My great ancestors were very fond of it.
I once knew what all was included in that seed collection, but those memories were lost in battle long ago.
So, is this like something where we should like carry out the wishes of those before, or are we free to do what we want?
The old ones are gone. These seeds are all that is left of their culture, their civilization, besides the ruins that lie about the realms. Study them, use them, glean what insight you may.
I'm not a plant person.
That was good.
I'm not a plant person. How am I supposed to make money of this?
We got money too. Dr. Bones, perhaps you have an idea of what to do. You are the old one's expert.
I think we should take this to. I think we should take this to one of the centers, one of the churches, and see what they can do to rebuild.
Why don't you make a no arcana check there, Dr. Bones?
Oh, okay. You know what? I accidentally dropped the dice, but I'm going to keep it because that's a 26.
Hell yes.
You notice that not all of these seeds are seeds. There are a few things, a few tubes within this larger sort of cryo chamber that appear to include some sort of microscopic or early stage life. You can't identify what it is, obviously, without cracking it open and examining it closer, but there are animals in here as well.
Oh.
There's more here than meets the eye.
In what way?
There are creatures inside of here. This is life.
We definitely need to bring to the church. And definitely not let those lab rats get their hands on them.
No, that would be.
That's for sure.
They could
Those
create
guys are
abominations.
And their dicks.
And their dicks.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall return to my slumber. But you all may count Ivan the Dragon as your friend.
Yes, Ivan Drago.
He lays back down and immediately starts snoring.
All right, night. Well, this box. Do you think we're getting money for this from the church?
Perhaps something even better.
That's another point of fortune which Liam may either take in their personal pile or into the bowl.
I'll keep that in your personal one. You deserve it.
Yeah, you want to do the personal one?
All right. Are you hitting the communicator?
I opened it. Are we ready to go home?
Let's go.
Okay, well, in order to trigger this thing, I have to talk kind of weird. Sorry, everybody. Hey, we're done with the mission and we're ready to go back to the tower.
Everybody seems to use that.
Yeah, that's really a tricorder. It's really a tricorder. I know. They use them interchangeably every now and then.
You appear back in the lawn.
Oh,
Here we are.
terribly useful.
Now, we can't use that staff to get back to...
Sure you can. You got 6 charges left on it.
Oh, I thought it took a while to...
No, it has 7 charges. Only costs 1 charge to cast teleport.
Oh, so what's the recharges at dawn? Like after we use all of those, it'll kind of come back again.
Right. So
after a while?
what happens is it has 7 charges. You roll a d6 plus 1 and regain that many spent charges each day at dawn.
Oh, that's actually pretty generous. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I say we go talk to Mr. Untrustworthy.
Agreed.
So do you guys know where he resides? I just kind of met him once.
that's-
in the pub.
That's a good point. I guess we could just we know kind of the city he'll be in probably, and probably find him from there.
Didn't we end up at his house? Because I thought Liam met him in a bar, and then we met him at his house.
You all traveled to his
Yeah,
home,
okay,
I
that sounds
believe
right.
was what happened.
Okay,
Well,
well,
let's settle out.
I don't believe Liam was with you when you went to the house.
No.
No.
So, Liam, well, if you want to take us back to where you met him, we can just walk to his. We know where his house is, but we can get close if you want to teleport us to where you saw him.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Liam kind of clutches like the staff. Like, I will definitely take you to the place that I know of, and not have this one around there. All right, let's go.
All right,
Tap tap.
Yeah.
you
You know,
tell
the spirit of this meeting could have been an email. Does this communicator work with other people? Like we could just say, "Hey, Mr. Untrustworthy." I meant to ask that anyway, and not couched in a joke. Like,
If you-
can we communicate with other people?
anyone who has one,
Mm.
as long as they answer, you can try to reach out.
Take a look through the contacts, see if
Yeah.
he's in there.
Oh, this one's just a WYD text. I don't know. Cars warranty. IRS needs gift cards again.
If you prefer to call rather than teleport,
no,
you may do
No,
so.
No, we'll tell him.
let's go. Let's go. No communicators, just people living their best lives.
Step away from the communicators, people.
you teleport into the
Teleport
front.
places.
Are you going into the pub or out front of the pub, Liam?
Outside of the pub.
All right, you appear on the street. A couple of cats like and like back away when you appear.
Amazing.
But you're able to make your way to Reggie's home. When he answers, he like looks at the staff, and you just see his shoulders sink.
We're sorry, Reggie. There was no talking him out of it.
I understand.
He said he's really sorry that stuff got crappy between you guys, and he wants you to know that he'll always love you. I think is pretty much what he said.
He nods. It's good of you to come and tell me.
We considered just sending you a text, but thought this was more personal.
I appreciate that. I don't ever use this newfangled thing he throws the communicator. Wouldn't use that thing either. Have my atoms scattered across the universe.
Are our atoms scattered across the... How many atoms do you know? I knew Adam Petrie from college.
At least a handful.
Oh, yes, well. It's good to have atoms in every port. Good friends, I guess.
You've done well,
An atom in every port.
and I appreciate you informing me. You have an ally in me should you ever need it.
Thank you.
And you can trust that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Can we change your name?
you can try. I've been trying for several years.
His real name is Hexagon. So maybe we just start referring to him as that.
That would be
What
lovely.
do you want to be called? We might be able to
I mean, just
try to back you up.
just Reggie is fine. You can leave off the untrustworthy bit. I mean, it's not entirely unfair, but in any event, you are heroes, and I appreciate what you've done. If you need me, call. Otherwise, I need some time. And he closes the door, and you hear like just this horrid like from inside.
Oh, Reggie.
Oh,
No, poor baby.
And on that bittersweet note, we will end Pugmire playing fetch. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about the Chronicle?
When they go back to the tower, Oz will absolutely try to get the apprentices to tell him of like any other like quests that Morty had been working on, so that he has the next adventure.
Oh, absolutely. One of them pulls out a scroll and unrolls it, and it like rolls down the hall, down some stairs, out into
Just different checklists of different adventures. Yes. Oz gets very, very excited. Oh, Galapagos, this is your time.
well, then it's not so unfortunate that the stick might have broken somehow. We just don't really know what happened there because now we can't use it anymore. We have to go by boat. Oh no!
Are you going to absorb that masterwork? Is that what you're driving at?
Maybe.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's so good.
All right.
It gives us the reason to why we're continuing to go on boat adventures.
Beautiful. Oz is very appreciative.
Excellent. This was a really,
Oh my
really, really fun story, and
Did you finally look at it?
great.
I saw the picture. Oh my god.
Oh, did you drop it in the Zoom chat?
I dropped it in the Zoom chat.
Oh my goodness. I have to look at this now. Zardoz.
You have to watch Travis's face.
It's so good.
I spent too much time. Too much time working on that. So if I seem distant for a minute, it's because I was making sure that the font was right.
It's so good.
I appreciate your attention.
Can you share that somewhere for the audience?
You should
can
throw
see?
it throw it in the Onyx Path Discord in the
Where would that go in the Onyx Path Discord? Would that go in the?
I guess in
Game
Realms
spoilers?
of Pugmire.
Okay, if I get banned from the channel for this. Okay.
Oh my god! Could
My
you
fault.
imagine?
My fault. All right.
This is official Onyx Path content right here.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's so good.
on that bright shiny note, let's go ahead and do our introductions or our outroductions. I would once again want to thank you all for playing, and want to thank everybody in the audience, whether you're watching live or in VOD, for attending. This has been a beautiful, fun story to tell. I've really considered it a privilege. So much so that this cast will be back for something later on in the week. So watch the schedule. But in the meantime, let's start things off with our captain. Oz, please tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you would care to promote.
Wonderful. Hello, I am Krista, and I'm Jahista FX on most social medias. I also run the Dork Tales TikTok that has been a little laid back because my life's been crazy, but clips are a-coming. So if you want some introductions to things, they're a-coming. And you can come join our Patreon, where you can watch our Strixhaven game. And yes, I know the Katakan is awful on this. It was done purposefully. But we have started airing the new episodes for everyone to watch, not just our Patreon patrons. The Patreon episodes are live every couple of weeks. And then between those weeks, we air the previous episodes on the channel. You can also find me in Call of the Netherdeep on Tuesday nights, and Spelljammer, where I wear a giant hippo head. So come check it out.
Very erotic.
It's very erotic.
It's very erotic.
I added suspenders to the costume.
Did you finally? Oh
I
god,
did.
perfect.
You could kind of see them in the last episode, but they hold my head on a little better.
Oh, nice.
So come join us for some absolute mayhem over on Dork Tales, where where Kelly, for the most part, is running most games almost every day of the flipping week. So come and join us there.
Beautiful. And speaking of Dr. Bones, it was an honor and a pleasure to have a Connery off with you.
Oh, so good. Best part of the damn game, Travis.
I didn't actually say who I played.
Oh, yeah.
Who
I'm sorry.
are you? Who did you play?
Well, the game's over, so
it doesn't matter. I use she, they, or her, them pronouns, and you and Galapagos, because I decided that was the best name for a full length name for someone that went by Oz, who was a turtle. And yes, and he used he, him, and it was very, very fun to be y'all's captain, and you were a wonderful, wonderful crew. So thank you so much.
Thank you for captaining. And Dr. Bones, please. The winner of the Connery off. Give us your.
It was a tie. It was a tie. Hi, everybody.
It was a tie, to be perfectly honest.
It was good. We need to have a Connery off, but it needs to be like a paid event, like
Yes.
Tyson versus Holyfield with less ear biting or more. More open face slaps.
We had ear biting in this one. We did have ear biting.
We did.
It's true. It's true. So, hey, everybody, I'm Kelly. I am the host and game master over at Dork Tales on Twitch, YouTube, and wherever your podcasts are sold, distributed, or stolen. And if you like goofiness and alternating between laughing and horrible choking sobs, Dork Tales is a great place for you. We run a lot of tabletop games, including Dungeons and Dragons, other famous games, a lot of Onyx Path stuff, including Mage of the Ascension. And as Krista was saying, we have a Patreon as well, where exclusive games are unlocked as advanced content. And one of the things that just went up right as this game was starting is we have a pilot episode for a Mage of the Ascension Technocracy game that I actually don't run. I actually get to play in a Mage game for once, which is ridiculous. So go watch that now. It's on YouTube. It's on our all the Onyx Path Facebook pages. It's up there. It's on Twitch. I'm probably on Twitter. And if we get 3 more patrons and hold them until the beginning of December, we're going to greenlight that game, and it's going to run once a month. So it's going to be real good.
Excellent. Go check that out in all the spaces. And I just threw a shout out to the channel in the chat. Go over there and give Dork Tales a follow and a sub and all that fun stuff, because they do produce premium quality content.
Thank you.
Next up, that brings us to Brisby. Please give us your pertinent details.
Hi, my name is Brisby. I hope to play that little cheeky chappy again someday, maybe.
Perhaps one day.
Throwing that character away. And my real name is Tim Stotts. It is kind of my birthday week, so I was able to roll advantage, so that was pretty nice.
And a happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Not till December 2nd.
And to Krista too, belated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We average out to be
Right.
today's our birthday between the two.
Exactly. It's somewhere in the middle.
I do share a birthday with Britney Spears. I'm pretty proud of that.
There you go.
I have a hemp dispensary called ACS Plus Hemp. You can find us on Instagram and stuff like that. Because it is hemp, I'm not probably allowed to say much more than that. Don't want to get Travis kicked off of Twitch or anything like that. I don't know what their terms of service are.
Don't get me fired. Please don't get me fired.
It's not, I mean, it's not like we do something very acceptable like gamble there or anything.
That's valid. That's valid.
Actually, I think Twitch cracked down on that too. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, that's my story. I also do photography, videography, acting, graphic design, all manner of pixel pushing and all that stuff. And between cursing Adobe lately, not even just lately, it's the app of the updates that decides to suck.
It's the ongoing refrain.
Yeah.
Well,
and I'm happy to have power so that I can join you today.
I'm glad that you have power so you can join us as well. Yesterday was an event in Rockford called Stroll on State, which is like a Christmassy go buy local kind of thing. And apparently there was a mishap involving a Mylar balloon and an explosion, and many of us lost power.
Yeah, it was at least for an hour, but we have friends that are still without power, I'm pretty sure. And hey, just another PSA. Mylar balloons are great. They're whimsical. Everybody loves them. We as a planet are running out of helium. This isn't a thing I'm joking about.
No, it's
We set up a
Actually
helium
true.
reserve in World War II and we had a huge surplus. But here's the deal. Helium doesn't react with anything, so it doesn't bond to anything. Also, it's too light to be captured because it floats out of the atmosphere. Unlike hydrogen is also light, but it bonds with everything. So we're gonna
But don't put your balloons full of hydrogen. That's probably a bad idea. We did that once.
Go ahead and do that. no, if you thought the explosion last night was bad, with non-reactive helium. Anyway,
the huge manatee.
tangents. I was he and him as a guy and a character, and that's about all I got to say about all this. So,
Well, thank you so much. And last but most certainly not least, Liam, please, your pertinent details.
Hello. So my name is Bianca. Pronouns she, her. I have been playing Liam, he, him, and it has been an absolute joy of just channeling a little bit of Gremlin and.
You have done a very
Agreed.
remarkable job of channeling a cat. I commend you.
Mhm.
very good.
So it's been incredibly lovely to have played with you guys, and I'm already looking forward to the next thing. But I'm not going to spoil too much about it.
That's totally fair, and thank you again for being here. And I guess that leaves me. I'm Travis, he, they. When I'm not running games, I'm writing them. I'll spoil enough of the next thing to let you know to keep an eye on the schedule for Thursday for for a little bit of aberrant content during around this time. But I won't say much more than that. I do want to remind everyone that it is the Black Friday to Cyber Monday sale over at Drive Through RPG. There's a ton of stuff available for a steep discount. And minor spoiler alert, there's a book that Kelly and I worked on that is going to be a door crasher deal over at Storyteller's Vault tomorrow. So
It's damn good.
So go make sure you check that out tomorrow for Cyber Monday and save a bunch of money on Shards of Contagion. What else do I want to tell you? It's Legend Lore Month. The Legend Lore core book is 90% off. That is not of, that is off cover price over at Drive Through RPG, and it's half off over at our partners Indie Press Revolution. So I would highly recommend you head over and pick up a copy of Legend Lore. It's a 5e isekai setting. You can either play you in this world, or you can play a native of the realm. It's designed to be to work either or both ways. You can play a mixed party even. And it is super fun, and I'm super proud of the work that I did on that setting. What else am I supposed to remind you of? Oh, right. There's a Kickstarter going right now. Sidereals is on Kickstarter. That is for Exalted 3rd Edition. It funded in something like, 48 seconds or something. It wasn't quite that fast, but it was really fast. And we are deep into stretch goals right now. So that means if you're an Exalted fan and you haven't gotten over there yet, get over there. What are you waiting for? Just go. Go back you some sidereals. Other than that, I guess just take care of yourselves and each other. Make sure you're getting your shots. You're, washing your hands. You're taking care of your neighbors and you're staying out of trouble. And we will see you very soon on another show. Until then.
Thank you for running an amazing game, Travis.
Thank you for
running,
saying
Travis.
as much,
It was a lot
and
of
thank
fun.
you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody have an awesome rest of your day. Head over to Dork Tales in an hour and watch their game.
Oh, actually, we're not running this week. We're running next week.
Don't head over to Dork Tales in an hour because there's nothing going on.
Search us on YouTube and go watch a bunch of stuff, and it's fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, do
Here,
that.
hang on. I'll give you an incentive to go check.
I thought you were just leaning into the camera seductively.
Yeah, I'll just
like a turtle or a hippo.
This is our beautiful friend who is in Spelljammer.
Hey, Francis.
So please, this is Francis.
that
So
is-
please come.
That alone is worth the price of admission. Go over to Dork Tales and watch the VODs of Spelljammer. Till then, take care. We'll see you soon. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.